Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds.
We got a 6-pack of beer and 6 board games. Are they worthy? Find out next. So I told you to get a 6-pack, and you brought this home.
Tutti frutti on a Rudy. Tutti frutti on a Rudy.
I guess I didn't specify beer. I just said 6-pack.
It's delicious.
You like it?
I made sure it at least had 5% alcohol. It's very difficult to find tutti frutti drinks anymore that have more alcohol in them.
Yeah, because normally they're for high schoolers.
Just trying to relive the glory days.
It's not bad.
It's very strawberry.
I guess when I think of these kinds of drinks, I always think of
Boone's Farm.
no, like the alcoholic soda.
Oh.
And like when I don't get any of the bubbles, it kind of throws me off each time.
It's a little bubbly, right?
Got that much bubble. Where's the bubbles? Point to the bubbles.
It feels bubbly. Feels bubbly.
Oh, feels bubbly. All right, so we are diving through the board game backlog from oldest to most recent because it was painful to get rid of games that we had sat on for years and did not play.
Yes.
So, first game is 7 Wonders. So, this is a game that we'd played prior to buying. Mm-hmm. I think we had played prior to buying it.
We played with some friends.
Yeah, played it with some friends. And really enjoyed it. It plays 2 to 7 players, but that 2-player probably needs an asterisk. It's like when you play 2 players, you basically have to create a dummy 3rd player.
Right. Yeah.
So essentially, for as big as the box is, I mean, that's not a small box. Essentially, you're drafting 18 cards, and that's the entire game. Mm-hmm. Out of a hand of 7. 7 Wonders. So basically, you need to draft your resources, your military, your science, your civilian buildings, and
you can pick a path.
Manufactured goods, while also creating your 7 Wonder. So, like Mary said, you're gonna need to pick a path. Mm-hmm. Trying to get points out of all of those is just gonna be a bad.
It's not that great.
And you can use resources, and you have war with people directly to your left and right. Mm-hmm. And war happens once each round. There's 3 rounds.
Essentially, just whoever has more military power is
right.
going to win.
Win the war, not necessarily the game.
Right, win the war.
And you get victory points. Like there's basically you're just whoever has the most points wins.
And as the game progresses, you get more victory points each time you win the wars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the losers of the war get negative victory points. So, what do you think? Is it worthy?
Yeah, definitely. This is a stay on the shelf kind of game. Play it every once in a while. Play it with friends too.
Not enemies?
The first time we played it was with my niece.
Yes.
And she's a teenager. I mean, she enjoyed it too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's not a super complicated game. Like
right.
you said, you're drafting 18 cards, so it can't get too deep. It doesn't play good at 2, and we do have a rule that every game in the collection needs to be good at 2. However, we do make exceptions for the standouts, and I would say 7 Wonders is a standout.
Hey, do you like 7 Wonders?
Yeah!
But don't have any friends? Try 7 Wonders Duel.
7 Wonders Duel. So, if you like Seven Wonders and don't have any friends like us, you can play Seven Wonders Duel. So it's literally the same game, but instead of passing a hand of cards, you draft.
Like
Was it rotisserie style, where the cards are face up on the table?
Is that
or
rotisserie?
Rochester?
Rochester?
I think it's Rochester drafting. Now, not all of them are face up. Some of them are face down, and you'll open as you draft or unlock them, kind of thing. What did you think of Seven Wonders Duel?
It's okay. It's okay. I definitely like Seven Wonders more.
Why is that? Because I won Seven Wonders Duel?
Maybe. It could be. They are different. They do play relative. I mean, it's supposed to be the same game, but and I guess the like the fact that you're collecting science, or you can do like build the wonders or whatever. Like all of that part is the same, but I do feel like it plays very differently, and like the whole layout of cards that you choose from. I'm not as big of a fan of that.
Okay.
But
yeah, Seven Wonders Duel, they had to do basically something different with military and with science. So you can get a scientific victory, which I think if you have 7 different scientific symbols, you just automatically win.
yes.
And then there's a military victory where if you exceed the other player's military might by, I don't remember how, there's like a track.
There's a track. Then you beat them.
You just win automatically. So that does play differently. You can kind of, when we played that one game of it, I had so much more military than you. I was basically forcing you to make picks that you wouldn't have normally have made, but you had to in order to prevent my military victory.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of...
I'm a very peaceful person.
That is not true at all. This arm is just black and blue. So what do you think about Seven Wonders Duel? Has it earned its? Is it worthy of being in our collection?
It is a 2-player game, and it's built to be a 2-player game, which I don't feel like we have a ton of those, and I do feel like that's something that belongs in the collection.
Yeah. It does. It fills the hole that Seven Wonders leads, which is it's not good at 2 players.
Yeah.
So the two of them kind of go hand in hand. I'm not sure if you can squeeze them into one box. Maybe. This is Seven Wonders.
Bubbles.
Seven Wonders dual box is pretty little. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and exchange Mary for Georgie. Alright, the next game is Animal Upon Animal. So what do you got to do in this game, Georgie?
Stack them.
You got to stack all the animals. So this game comes with a bunch of wooden animals. And you roll a dice to determine if you do. You have to stack 1 animal, 2 animals. If you force one of your opponents to put an animal on there. And if any animals fall off, you gain those animals. So everyone gets 1 of each animal. And the first person to run out of animals, get all their animals on the stack, wins the game. So what did you think about this game, George?
Keep it.
You want to keep it?
Yeah.
Well, what do you like about it?
'Cause there's porcupines, 'cause I like porcupines.
You like the porcupines? Are we missing a porcupine?
Yeah.
Where is it?
In my room, somewhere.
You don't know where it is in your room?
Mm-mm.
So, do you think we should keep it or get rid of it?
Keep it.
Keep it? Alright, so bye-bye.
Bye.
High five. So, Georgie was a little extra shy in that video. So, we had to do that one twice. So, that's the problem with these child actors. They're all over the place. So up next, we have Aquatica. Now, the first time we played Aquatica was at the Dice Tower Retreat, where we met our friend Adil. and then subsequently he introduced us to the Meeple
I had
Society.
my eye on Aquatica before it even came out. I saw it advertised. I think it was on like a Dice Tower thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I have to have that game. It looks so beautiful. And then we played it, and we really enjoyed it. And so we had to get it after that, of course.
Right. It's kind of a deck building game, like a very small amount of deck building game. Ultimately, you're trying to conquer lands to get victory points.
Conquer locations. But
Yeah, conquer lands, locations. The same thing.
They call them locations.
And then there's also a path you can go where you're just trying to accomplish the goals as fast as possible. So basically there's two ways to play. You can really kind of focus in on the locations and just building a large bank of points, or you can try to speed up the game by getting the challenges done, because once you have all 4 of your challenges done, the game just ends.
And the first person to win that challenge, or to accomplish that challenge, gets the most points.
Right.
Second person gets fewer points, but they still get points. Right. And then third gets fewer, and so on. But once a person has accomplished all 4 goals, the game ends. Mm-hmm. Or if you run out of locations. Or if you run out of characters. So, but you can recruit characters in your deck to help you with just different ways to, for buying locations or conquering locations. Yeah,
you can either buy locations or conquer them. You can recruit people, which is basically buy them. You pay them money. The really awesome thing about this game is the way the location cards work. So before they earn you points, you don't just conquer a location and bank the points. You put it in this dual layered board and then have to raise it up by using that little symbol that's on the left, and all the symbols mean different things. But when I saw that mechanic, I've never seen anything like that before.
It gives you extra, so like each card will have so many symbols on the side. And
2 to 5.
Yeah, either
I think
it will
0
be,
to 5.
it could be money. It could be the ability to buy a character. It could be the ability to slide other cards up. Mm-hmm. You don't actually earn the points on those cards until you've used everything on that card and slid it all the way to the top. And then you have to also use an action to bank that card. So until you have actually used up the whole all the actions on the card and banked it, you won't get the points for it at the end of the game.
Right. I know you love this game. She's way better at this game than me. My brain can't. I haven't quite put it all together. I don't think I've played a great game. The last one we played, I tried to go heavy on the goals and just end the game super fast, and I got walloped. But
I just kept conquering locations and then banking them.
But it is really fun. It's really innovative. We do have an expansion that will come up later in the list. But obviously, I know you want to keep that one, so we will get rid of it. Next, we have Asking for Troubles.
Asking for Troubles was the first real board game that I wouldn't consider Apples to Apples or Monopoly a real board game. And I'm saying Asking for Troubles was the first real board game that I bought. And
Hobby game.
Hobby game, I would call it then. Yes, I bought it at Gen Con.
Yep.
The first Gen Con I went to with you.
Mm-hmm. So this is the most introductory worker placement game I've ever seen. If you are intimidated by those big, giant grids with thousands of locations to go to and millions of resources and all this exchanging, try Asking for Troubles. That is really bare bones, but it still has enough meat on it for experienced players. We played it at the Meeple Society's house and had 7 people, so it can go all the way up to 7 again. And while the turns took a little bit, they're still pretty darn fast. There's only
pretty fast, yeah,
maybe 7 locations you can go to. Give or take. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. It feels 7, 8, something like that. And so you're just,
everyone
you move one ship get the resources, get the cards, capture the trouble or whatever, and then the next person goes. And ultimately, what you're trying to do is gather resources to get bait or traps to capture these troubles that are causing trouble in the city.
They each have a cost.
They each have a cost.
Like so many traps, so many carrots, so many
Yeah.
gold, or not. It's not gold. It's
Yeah,
ore or
crystals.
crystals.
Yeah. So, and then you can throw them in the sun for extra money, which I think that's really funny. Like once you capture them, you get the points, but then you can also like sort of double dip that
They have a
value.
They have a value at the bottom of how
Right.
many coins you can get if you throw them into the sun.
And we've got two expansions to that game, which will come in later. But we threw in like all the ships. They've got, the Back to the Future car. They've got Star Wars ships. They've got
Star Trek
ships. Futurama, Doctor Who, just all kinds of, ships, which is really neat. And they're not painted; they're all orange, bright orange. The game is very orange. It was originally even more orange. It was just a blank whiteboard and orange. The only color ink they used was orange. So
Well, it's a very cute game.
Oh, yes. Now that they've added other colors besides orange, it's very cute. Is asking for troubles worthy of being in our collection?
It's an OG.
So because you bought this one, it's earned a spot. Oh, okay. No, I do like it. Like I said, it plays all the way up to 7. It's fast, and I think Grace might be a year or 2 away from playing this.
Yeah, and I think she would really enjoy it too.
It's really simple, really nice way to introduce that mechanic. So I'm kicking you out again. Gonna bring in Grace. End on a bang. Okay, the next game is Catan Jr. So what do you have to do in this game, Gracie?
So you apparently...
You gotta speak way louder than that.
So you apparently have to, apparently you kind of just have to, there's a ghost pirate, and...
Yeah, Ghost Pirate. So you're rolling dice to determine which sections get resources. And the Ghost Pirate can block a section from getting... So if you have a pirate ship or a pirate slayer next to one of the spots, you'll get that resource. But if the Ghost Pirate's there, he blocks you.
And then there are like castles and boats. So you can build castles and boats, apparently. But
You keep saying apparently.
and so there's like little boats and castles. And then if you, so let's say all of my castles were gone, but I had 2 more boats left. And then I shared my 2 boats on. That person apparently wins. So you're just kind of trying to put all of your castles and your boats on to the board.
Yeah, so the first person to build all their pirate layers wins. And so it plays a lot like regular Catan. I don't think there's a huge difference. I think it's a difference in how you can trade. Here you just trade directly with the marketplace. There's Catan, you trade it in between other players. So you gotta collect these resources to build the ships and the pirate layers, but you have to have ships in between your pirate layers. First person to play all of their pirate layers will win. And they also got this bird thing that you'll get a card, and it's always something good. Sometimes it'll be resources, sometimes it'll be a free boat or a free layer. What'd you think about the game?
I liked it, but I'm just glad that the person who was winning is the person who's talking right now.
Yes, Gracie won. She likes it because she won. Do you think we should keep this game?
Yes.
Yes.
I like it a lot. It's because actually that was just a little joke. I like it a lot because it's like an easy game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and there's not that much rules. So, and it's quite easy. Wait, Dada, did you tell them about the bird thing?
Yeah, I told him about the bird.
And I really like it because I have a lot of reasons why, but I'm really gonna tell some of them. It's because it's like it's really surprising when you just fight a game that doesn't have many rules and it's really easy to play. And I really like that it's a kid's game. It's because it sounds like a kid's game, and it looks like a kid's game, and it feels like a kid's game.
That's right. So, this game is, like I said, it's pretty darn similar to the original Catan, with a little bit more toned down rules for kids. It's probably slightly too complicated for George, so I think give him a year, and he'll be playing it. And, all right. Nice job. High five. And she is so immensely competitive.
I would say if you want to keep Catan Junior, keep it for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like a next level up game for the kids.
Right.
It's not
Animal
it's
upon
not
Animal.
upon animal.
It's probably on its way out. Maybe 2 more years, and then Georgie will probably get tired of it. I don't think Gracie's the hugest fan of it. Catan Jr. is that next step.
Yeah, exactly.
Where Gracie's maybe slightly too young for it, but right there, and Georgie's significantly too young. He's probably 2 years away from it. So, But let us know down in the comments section if you've agreed with our choice. We kept 6 of 6. We suck. We did not do any calling.
We got rid of a bunch of games.
We did get rid of a bunch of games when we moved.
So I think it's fine.
Yeah. And these are some of our more nostalgic ones.
Yeah.
We had stories about playing all these games with people, so give us a like.
Subscribe and follow us on Facebook and X.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye. Hey, Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Was that you snoring last night?
No. It was the dog. Seriously. It was the dog. His snoring is getting worse, too, the older he gets.
Just because he's in such good shape.
The doctor did say, the vet said he's in very good shape, but still, it's a really loud snore for such a small dog.